I'm Sue from sueslimsdown, and I bet you guys thought I dropped off the face of the earth. I'm so excited to have been invited by Roy over at Recipes with Roy to take part in this monthly tag. I know I've gotten these invitations like every month, and today's really the first day I've had a chance to sit down and do the questions. So, as you know, I have moved to Utah for the summer. I am out here working, so it's not really a vacation, but so far I'm liking it. I'm learning all about camper life, and I'm in my own space this summer. If you remember last summer, I wasn't in my own space for a long time. So, anyway, that's another time, another video, which I will try to get up later today. Let's begin with this tag, and this is the summer tag. Lots of people are taking part in this tag, and I will do my best to list those below. So I haven't really looked at these questions, so I'll be looking at them and answering them for the first time along with you. So the first question is, what's your favorite summer memory from when you were a child? Not paying bills. Seriously, that's one of my favorite memories from all times before I became an adult. But I think my favorite memory is I lived in a house that I grew up in for a long time after I got married. But when I was young, I just remember laying in my bed on a summer morning with the windows open. We didn't have any air conditioning, and my cat was snuggled next to me, and waking up to the sunshine and just listening to the birds. And my cat was kind of talking back to the birds and everything. But knowing that I didn't have to get up at a certain time to go to work or to do anything at all, summertime was just a time to relax. You know, when I was a young child, I was pretty active. I was involved in a lot of things, activities in the summertime, and but in the mornings were always really, really peaceful at the house. I loved waking up and smelling the coffee that my mom had brewed, and yeah, just walking downstairs, and she was usually sitting on the couch having a cup of coffee. Uh, that a sweet memory, you know. You know, my mom passed away a long time ago. I was only 19 when she passed away, so my summer memories are filled of just having my mom around and just being able to relax and enjoy each other's company. I grew up in a large family. I had three brothers and a sister, and um, those mornings were always real special to me. So, anyway, number two, do you have any summer vacation plans for this year? Well, here I am. uh, I'm not really on vacation because, like I said, I am working, and but I'm out here spending the summer in Utah. I'm in a town called Richfield, Utah, and I'm at the KOA here, much smaller KOA than where I was last summer. But I have to tell you, everyone here is just so super kind and friendly, and I'm working in the office again for the most part, and I am meeting people from everywhere again. So, uh, yeah, it's a different lifestyle for me this summer because I'm in my own camper. Last summer, I started out in the dorm, which turned out to not be a very good situation at all. But yeah, so my summer plans while I'm here are to explore. I've already gone to Capitol Reef National Park, which is like 70 miles away from where I'm at. This week, I'm going to pop on down to Bryce Canyon National Park. I'm not going to be doing any hiking right away. So right now, I'm going to the campgrounds and I'm kind of getting their trail maps and just kind of getting a lay of the land. But I will be going back to the park, Capitol Reef especially, because it was awesome. I'm going to do a video on my trip there. Um, anyway, I'm where I'm situated. I'm close to like five national parks, So Capitol Reef is the closest. Canyonlands is not far. There's Bryce, there's Zion, and there's Moab. I'm only like 3.5 hours from the north rim of the canyon, and I'll tell you about that, what I have planned there, um, in another video. It's a pretty special thing I've got planned at the Grand Canyon. So that's how I'm spending my summer. I'm just exploring the country here in Utah. I'll probably pop down to um, into Arizona. Oh, I know I will because I'm going to be kayaking around Horseshoe Bend. That's one of the things that I'm doing this summer. Um, Next week, a friend of mine from high school that we haven't seen each other for about 40 years lives not far from here, and she's coming up to spend 3 days with me, so that's special. So, anyway, that's how I'm spending my summer vacation. If you can call it a vacation, like I said, it's a working vacation. Number three, what's your favorite way to stay cool during the hot summer months? I have to tell you, I am loving the air conditioning in my camper. It hasn't been very hot here, or if we've had warm days, it hasn't been bad, and it's a very dry heat, so it's different from the muggy weather up in Northwest Ohio. But yeah, when it's really hot outside, I'm kind of a homebody. I'll stay inside and stay cold or stay cooled off anyway. My air conditioner works so well that I've had to turn it up or turn it off at times, even when I'm home for lunch. Um, and that's the cool thing. Where I work in the office, it's like, oh, 5 minute walk from here. So I'm walking to work every day. Pretty much is what I do when it's hot outside. It's not now. It's been raining in the morning, so um, it's it's been cool here, and it cools way, way down at night. Uh, I mean, like the low 50s or the high 40s. So there's no need to at night to have the air running. I usually have it on for Molly during the day, and I have it turned to 72, and at night I'll turn it down to 68. And it's been so cool at night that it hasn't kicked on because it's much cooler than 68. And it's kind of frosty here in the morning when I get up to go to work. So, but I'm loving the air conditioning in my camper last year. I didn't have air conditioning when I was at the KOA in South Dakota. All right, so number three, what's your favorite summer activity to do with friends or family? Well, I'm not around any of that right now. So I kind of ditched my family and friends to come out here for this summer. Um, Molly and I are going on a couple walks every day. So, in fact, she hasn't been out yet today, so she's looking at me like, "Come on, Grandma, let's go." "Oh, you want to say hello, Molly?" She heard me say her name. She was sound asleep, and then I think she thought she was going to get something special. Say hello, Molly. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, enough of that. She's back to sleeping now. Uh, Back home, if I were back home, I'm not quite sure. I haven't done a lot in the summer with family and friends for a long time. We used to go to Cedar Point once a summer. That's a big amusement park over in Sandusky, Ohio. It's called America's Roller Coast. I love roller coasters. At least I did when I could fit into them all. I do like going to the pool or to a beach. At least, I haven't done that in a long time though. As I get older, I'm pretty conscious about how much time I spend out in direct sunlight. And that's just me because, my family has such a history of cancer. I try to really protect myself. Used to love to go to Frankenmuth, and I still do love to go to Frankenmuth when I am home. And that would be like a day trip for us. So, we used to go when the kids were all at home and we didn't have air conditioning in our house. We would, go to a hotel for a weekend and just use the pool and chill out. So Now I like to go to the national parks or to explore the area that I'm in. I like to hike as long as um, it's not super, super hot. So now the next question is, what's your favorite summer activity to do by yourself? Well, here I am. Uh, this is becoming a favorite summer activity of mine, and that's just going to a different area of the country that I haven't seen before and explore it. Like I said, I do like to go out on the hikes and look at the scenery. I have to tell you, this country out here in Utah is absolutely gorgeous. Um, I never knew things like this were out here. I went to see the petroglyphs over in Capitol Reef the other day. There's a few more petroglyph trails not far from here, and that might be. I have 3 days off in a row, so I'm, 1 or 2 days a week I get to go out and explore. I may go. There's a state park here called Fremont Indian State Park that has tons of petroglyphs, and so I like seeing history things like that. So I might do that. A lot different from how I spent my summers at home because I would be canning in the kitchen all summer long. And gosh, I didn't can one thing last year, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be doing any canning this year either. So I didn't bring any of my canning supplies with me. I had thought about it, and then I really didn't have room. When I first got the camper, I thought, oh, this has so much storage, but that storage filled up very, very quickly. So I probably won't go home with as much stuff as I came with. I brought a lot of my home canned goods with me that I'm eating, but that's how I would normally, if I were at home, that's what I would be doing. In June, I'd be canning strawberries and jams and stuff like that, and usually asparagus. And there are usually chicken sales going on, so I'd be canning meat, that type of thing. But I'm not doing that this summer, so I have to say I kind of miss it because I loved watching my pantry get full. But then again, it's only me now, so I don't need to do as much, and it's hard for me to scale that down, because I still like to can for lots and lots of people. And the last time I canned during the summer, I ended up giving half of my stuff away to people because of that. Well, first of all, I didn't have room to store it all, and I thought I'm never going to eat all of this. So anyway, so that's a favorite activity that I would do by myself. Um, green beans. Green beans were always in June and beginning of July. Cherries were in July. How has your this is number 6 now. How has your relationship with summer changed as you've gotten older? I don't like the heat. I like the cool mornings here. I think they're really pleasant. If summer were 72 degrees all, all summer long, I would love it. And I do love thunderstorms, but I don't like it when I don't like to get really, really hot. So that's how my relationship has changed. It didn't used to bother me. When I was growing up, we had a little one of those little pools in the side yard that were like maybe only 3 feet high. I loved doing that. I would go lay out in the sun for hours and hours and hours. I don't do that anymore. And but now I don't really appreciate the heat, especially the heat in Ohio, because usually with the heat came the muggy weather and where you just couldn't get cool and it was air you could wear. So I don't like that anymore. I love the weather out here because it's dry. We are down in the valley. There's mountains all around me. Um, but and we get rain. They don't typically get rain here, but it rains for a little bit. Like it was raining this morning, and now you know it's pleasant outside. It's cloudy today, but it's pleasant. So I'm up at about 5,400 feet in elevation, and a lot different than living at sea level. Number 7, what's your favorite place to go for a summer day trip or weekend getaway? Well, I think I touched on that a little bit earlier, but now I like doing the day trips to the national parks and just driving around. I love going into the visitor centers just to learn about the history of the places and, get the trail maps. And, I'll do a trail or, five while I'm out here. Um, but that's kind of what I like to do now. I like to go visit the historical places and learn about the area, learn about the culture. Um, this this area here is so ingrained in a lot of our history as a country, um, that I really wasn't aware of. So I'm looking forward to learning more about the area and, visiting the places. So a weekend getaway, same thing. I would love to go down and spend a weekend down at the Grand Canyon. I don't think I can because I have Molly with me. Um, and that's a downside of being here, is that in the national parks the dogs are usually are not allowed in the parks. Um, some places will say you can go on this trail as long as the dogs are on leash, but it's just a way of protecting not only the wildlife that, are in the parks, but also protecting your animal, your pet, because there are venomous snakes down here. So, and other wildlife that can attack. So it's just a way of protecting everybody involved. So, anyway, so that's one of the downsides of being here. I've had to leave her. Good thing that my camper is air conditioned and everything works really well, because I don't have a problem leaving her. Even when I'm at work, I don't have a problem leaving her. She's on the couch here, curled up to sleep, and that's probably where she is all day. I do have steps up to my camper bed that she goes up, and that when she wants to sleep on the bed, she'll go up there. But anyway, that's a different that's a different topic. So anyway, so my summer day trips now are to the national parks. So, and I get a sticker, every time I go to the national park. And so on my slide out, I have all the stickers of places I've visited. So it's getting bigger. The sticker place is getting bigger. This is number 8. What's your favorite summer food or drink? During the summer, I love to eat salads. Uh, and just regular lettuce salads. I do like them, and with a little bit of maybe feta cheese on it. Uh, my favorite summer drink is, unsweetened iced tea or lemonade. Or I really been into those ice drinks, those sugar-free ice drinks lately. And they do have like a lemon lime that I like. That's a real subtle flavor. And here at our camp store, we sell the strawberry kiwi, which I like that too. But I don't like a lot of sweetened drinks. So I never have really. I mean, I used to love Coke all the time, but I've moved away from that, and so I don't really like heavily sweetened drinks, which I guess is a good thing. Of course, in the morning I have to have my coffee. There's just no getting around that. So, yeah, summer food. Yeah, I would like to say that salads, and if I can have a good hot dog every now and again that is grilled, charred, almost burnt. Yeah. Do you have any, this is number 9, do you have any special traditions or celebrations that you associate with the month of June? Well, unfortunately, not anymore. Of course, Father's Day is in June, and that used to be a big deal when Joe was alive and the kids were little. Kids are all grown. Joe's passed away, so not really. Don't do anything anymore. So, no special celebrations for us, or me. Not yet, anyway. My oldest son got engaged a few weeks ago, and I'm not sure when they're thinking of getting married. She said, sometime in the spring. They haven't set a date yet, but they're still, you know, looking at places. So, number 10, What's your favorite thing to do during a thunderstorm? Well, I now, gosh, when it rains, you can really hear the rain on this camper. But I just love to sit with the windows open and listen to the rain. There's just, there's a smell that comes with fresh rain that is just, you can't duplicate that smell. And I like that. And Molly doesn't really react too badly to thunderstorms, uh, but she reacts enough to where she wants to just be next to me and touching me. So that's usually what I'll do during the thunderstorm. Open up a window, she's here, and I'm holding her and sit here with a good book. Anyway, those are my answers. They're probably pretty boring to you. And it's interesting because sometimes when I do these tags, I realize how boring I am because, I'm by myself and I'm not involved with a lot of people anymore. So, and I know this tag was supposed to be up at 9 a.m. this morning. I wasn't up at 9 a.m. this morning, and my 9 a.m. is probably uh, real early. If this is Eastern time, it would be 7 a.m. for me because I'm in the Mountain Time Zone right now. So, okay, well, I'm going to get it up anyway so that they're thinking I haven't dropped out of existence because I haven't been on YouTube for a while. But I do have things to share. I'm going to get up another video on one of these days off this week. So, like, I'm off today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Um, those are about the times that I can spend time getting the videos up. So, you know, not as every day like I used to do. Excuse me, I don't think it yet, but I am getting back into things. So, okay, well, thank you, Roy, for inviting me again to be in one of these tags. I'm sorry I'm late. Uh, and the good questions. So, some of them made me think, as you saw. So, okay, make sure you watch everybody else's videos that I'll list down below. At least I'll try to. And I will talk to you soon in another video. You guys have a great day. Bye.